This episode is brought to you by our friends over at the Inked Marketing Team. These days, marketing is more global, plus consumers are more enlightened and empowered than ever. Companies and creators have to adapt and navigate large digital terrain. This can become consuming and confusing, to say the least. In today's competitive market, what is the one thing that makes you stand out from the crowd and gives you that competitive edge? That's right, Inked Marketing does. For several creators, through strategic process that improves your brand position in the market and builds new bridges to larger audiences. Inked Marketing is headquartered in the Tri-City areas of Washington State. To national clients, visit www.inked.marketing. That's www.inked.marketing. Check out their services and head over to the Contact Us page. Check the box for a solutions guide and see what solution Inked Marketing can provide for you. Come to the ad firm built by creators for creators and tell them we sent you. Hey, it's us.
Yeah, finally, man. It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. Really. You've been, running around, got to go to a ball game with the wife and
Oh yeah, man.
Take your chin diapers off and enjoy yourself. And
well, I got both my shots, so I'm legit. I don't think everybody at that Braves game that had 40 plus thousand people there, everybody was legit, but I was legit. It was kind of crazy, man. I hadn't been to Atlanta in a while. But yeah, 40,000 people. And then the Braves just went on a tear and decided to beat the hell out of the damn Pirates for 3 games in a row.
Nice. I know.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is following the Bruins news in the second round of the playoffs.
Well, that's got to be better than the Braves news because, they lost the other day. They won last night. They're still below 500. And then one of their players who they just signed for like some $65 million or something. I think they're supposed to pay 12 this year, 14 next year, 16 the year after that, and 18 the year after that, whatever that is. It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of friggin' money.
Anyway, he's in jail now for domestic battery.
Woo!
So guess who won't be playing baseball anymore? Or for the time being.
He'll be playing ball, or it'll just be a different kind.
Yeah. But so I know we talked about this book like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago before I had to go start working out of town. And we were just talking about it before the show, and you said you weren't sure what it. This is actually like Adventures of Superman, Volume 2, number 14. But the thing that's so amazing about this book is when it first came out, it was a digital first publishing. So you had to buy it digitally, and then after you bought it digitally, like a month later, they released a print version.
Oh yeah, I remember that bullshit. I remember I was just like, I told my shop, I go, hey, this book, when's it come out? He goes, oh, it's digital first, and then they're gonna read. I go, so technically, it's a first print, but it's not really the first, because I'm like, well, fuck that, I don't even want it.
Yeah. But this is one of the few books that I have bought. I bought it digitally when it first came out, and then I bought it. I actually bought a hardcover copy of it, and I think you can buy them collected in trade now. That's where I found the PDF for us. But
yeah, I wish they would take like all the Joker stories that crossed over into like Superman Adventures and action and stuff, and just put them in like one fat thing. So I'd be like, okay, well now I have them. I can sit down and read them. I don't care if it's you know, if it's like the first print of that issue in a floppy. I don't really need that because you know John from Big Daddy's Comic Group. There, he makes these awesome shelves with enough of an angle so the books sit down in them
Yeah.
and don't fall out. And they're about yay big. They're like windowsill size. So if you got like a deep windowsill, you can put it on there, or you can put it on top of like a file cabinet, like a one of the wide file cabinets, or on top of your on top of a dresser, or whatever, like folding table or something. And
So you can see them.
yeah, but you can see them and they go. And I've got those deep double wide windowsills. So
That would be cool.
I'm still waiting
I
for my
found
cases to come back from my comic shop. So I'm like, I still don't have a place for one yet, but because I had like 6 people that volunteered to come over and help me do stuff, and of course none of them showed up, and then ghosted me.
Then ghosted you.
You know,
Damn it. It's because of your stuff.
even to the fact that I accepted help from my daughter's mother, and then of course she brought this hyperactive, not right in the head 6-year-old with her that she'd been watching for her friend. I'm a friend of his parent. Go, oh, so you're sleeping with his father, so you're taking care of him. Okay, got it.
Damn it.
Don't lie to me. That's how you got your last child.
Damn it.
You were just friends with somebody. But of course, she blew me off too. So I'm like, I'm just doing everything myself and saying screw it. So.
Well, I did find where we're going through dollar boxes the other day talking about the Joker stories. You remember the Emperor Joker storyline from Superman from years ago?
I've got a bunch of issues of those. I like those just because they did the covers like it's the playing cards.
Mm-hmm. I found one of them. This one's not a playing card cover, but I found one of them that's from like the Man of Steel, a crossover.
Nice.
But it was in Man of Steel. All right, you want to throw the cover up there so everyone can see this wonderful Jock cover?
Yeah.
And because this is in the trade, like I said, the original book, part of his face was covered up because it said Adventures of Superman up there and all that. Mm-hmm. But, you could tell this is Jock.
Not just that, but Jock did the interior too.
Yeah, he did the interior art too, which is freaking amazing. I mean, this cover, when I first saw it, I'm like, holy crap, dude. It's got like 2 of the greatest things in DC Comics out there. It's got the freaking Joker and Superman in it. This is one
okay. Book. One of the greatest things in comics.
Look, you've had this discussion before. I happen to like Superman. Okay.
And they pick on Shazam as the big red cheese, but let me tell you, little boy Blue Scout there.
Well, now the thing that's funny is you're going to pick at the little boy at the Blue Boy Scout, but when we go through this issue and we read it, you really pay attention. Dude, he does the Joker wrong.
Oh yeah, he's just like
he's a complete butthole to the Joker.
He's just like, fuck this clown.
Exactly. Yeah, this is probably as close as it would ever come to Superman cussing and being just like, what the hell?
Oh, it's so great. So great.
Yeah, this is just freaking phenomenal. So we start off with this amazing damn cover, and then the title of the story is The Sound of One Hand Clapping. Dude, this whole damn series was just absolutely incredible. If you've never read it, man, I got to get you. I'll see about getting you some of these to read them all because they're all various. Like 2 of these issues in this series have art by Steve the Rude Dude, who we both know is one of my favorite artists of all time. And doing Superman is just incredible. But we're doing this one, and God
So
Almighty,
before we dive into this big thing, because you brought up the dude,
yeah,
do you remember years and years and years and years ago, the dude was doing an oversized Nexus like newspaper strip, but they were so big and bulky, Diamond didn't want to ship them because they couldn't get them there safely.
okay,
So they took all these newspapers, these oversized newspaper strips, and put them into a comic format. Like it's an oversized like trade that the Red Baron, Mike himself, has available for PPD of $35. But then during CromCon this past weekend on the Comic Related Madness, I found out from the Red Baron that yes, he's got that Nexus book, and it's a nice fat one. It's like that thick.
yeah,
But a much larger version is coming out, which gives you more of the dude art. You know, you get like a bigger perspective of the dude art because each one of those panels was almost like an 11 by 17.
yeah.
So they're doing one of those artist proof size books.
Holy crap! It's something like
Big
2
giant
foot by
ones?
3 foot. Yeah,
Yeah. Of Steve the Rude Dude Nexus. And I'm like, I'm waiting for that one. I am so buying that.
holy crap! Yeah, dude. I haven't bought one of those since I bought the Behold Galactus one by Kirby, or Kirby and Crew. But yeah, I mean, anyone who's watched this, yes, I have a Rude Dude Superman poster from the '90s that hangs on my wall. It's been in that same frame since since the '90s.
I have
No
a
thumbtack
store
ever.
poster that was never a Superman store poster that was never used. The big giant one that says Superman on sale here,
Yeah.
and listed the titles underneath them. But it was a mock up to the original cover of the original Superman 1 cover.
Yeah, the one with him flying kind of backwards.
He's flying backwards, just kind of like floating above the city.
Yep. Damn.
All right, back here.
All right, so
It's the Joker.
yep. Well, it opens up with the Joker standing on top of a building, and of course, it's the Daily Planet. Everyone can tell. You see the planet right there, and he's looking out over the city, and he just says, "Finally," he says, "The man in question, that has confounded Metropolis, And then you look out over the city, and like Superman is just like freaking floating there, like right off the damn edge of the building. And,
Yeah, just like in Superman 2. General, would you care to step outside?
Yeah, and the Joker's there, and Superman's like, "Hello, my name is Superman." And what's so funny is the Joker is just like, and it shows how meta this book is or whatever. He's like, "Oh my God, did you actually?" It's like the Joker says, "My God, you introduced yourself. You're," and he's like, "Your secret weakness is irony." And he's just going off on him, man. Superman just is not having a good day with this. He's like, he didn't want to. It's like I could have stayed in bed or whatever, because he's not taking any of it. He's like, you're a murderer. I've seen you in the news, and the Joker just starts to get a little mad at him there. He says, you don't get out much, and just laughing at him, and tells him he's got a bomb that's planted in the building. But of course, Superman tells him that the bomb has been the building has been evacuated, and Joker's he's like, you don't get it. I left Gotham to come up here. And he tells him that there are other bombs throughout the town, but then you get in here, and he's like, he says he gets out of there, and he says you don't really get out much. He said, and the costume is more jock than goth, but that's Metropolis for you. He says, over in Gotham, we all shop at the same Hot Topic, and I have a gift card if you if you need it. So this book is definitely playing on the,
he cracks up. I'm like, how tough are you really? I mean, you wear your underwear on the outside.
Yeah, it is so damn funny. Yeah, but yeah, so I've got, he says, I told you, I asked you to speak with me, and those also, all you've done is tell jokes. Because Superman is just, dude, he's not having it. And the Joker's like, that's why they call me the Joker. I do like how this book, they've done it twice now already in just the first couple pages. They keep showing the whole. I think this came out when Dark Knight came out, and they keep showing the the cut kind of distorted face for the Joker, which is a little different than our standard depiction of the Joker, and it's just wild. But yeah, so they go on talking here, and as the Joker just keeps, cracking these jokes, and he's like, Superman just asked him. He says, "What are your demands? What are you here doing?" And the Joker just tells him, he says, "I don't know," and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know." And then in the bottom corner, dude, look, they put Superman's face in black. I mean, it's like, I know it's in shadow, but it's in black. He's like just so upset. He's like, "You don't even know your demands?"
I don't have any. I just came here to kill a bunch of people.
That's the whole point. This is the guy that wants to see the world burn, and Superman's like, "You don't even know your demands?" Oh, and then, okay, so hold on, we got to go back. So that's it. He's going on. Superman's like, "What are your demands?" The Joker's there, and you don't even know your demands. And then this is the amazing part of this book. It shows all the different people and the incarnations of the Joker over the years. And
Dick Sprang, Cesar Romero, 70s, 80s, 90s, animated, Face Off, which was one of the ones that I hated. I hated that version of the Joker like 99.8% as much as I hated Jared Leto playing the Joker.
And
then Heath Ledger, yeah.
The thing that's so amazing about this panel is, like, you were just able to say them off, and a lot of people, even though if they couldn't say off all these different versions of the Joker, at least would have an idea that they know that these are real different versions of the Joker as he's appeared in media. And to me, this one panel or page really shows that the Joker has multiple personalities. He is a different person depending on, what the hell's going on inside of his head. He doesn't even know who he is.
No, he forgot years ago.
Yeah, I mean, and he's I'm trying to figure out my demands. Am I even a criminal? And Superman's just still not having it. He's setting bombs all over the middle of the city. Really seems like it's somewhat illegal. And well, yes, but he said, I just wanted to get out. I wanted to meet you, and it's pretty exciting stuff to meet you finally. And this is just amazing. When I first saw this, I was just blown away, dude.
It's like the town I live in is so dreary.
Yeah.
I wanted to step out into the sunlight.
Yeah, he's wanting to do something. And he said, I had one demand, and I figure it's been meh, so I'll just set him off right now. And Superman just calls his bluff. I don't believe you. He says, I don't believe that you think beyond meeting me, that, you've got some kind of end or anything. He says, you're not super special or stupid. You're not going to set the bombs off.
Mm-hmm.
And the Joker just keeps like, you know. And yeah, here's your, big talk from a guy who wears his underwear on the outside of his pants.
And he laughs at the joke, which pisses Joker off because
Yeah.
nobody ever laughs at his jokes.
Yeah, Superman laughs at it.
The Joker's like me. His jokes aren't really jokes. They're
No.
like mean-spirited sarcasm.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. And he does this, and Superman laughs at him. He's like, ah. And then he gets mad. He says, you know, he goes on, and then he starts as you sincerely, and your shirt's clearly too small, moron. He just goes on, and Superman just laughs at that, and it's like, stop laughing at my jokes. He's not just dealing with it. But he says, but it was kind of funny. He says, you're pretty funny. You call yourself the Joker, but I'm not allowed to laugh. And Joker just keeps trying to pull it back. Are the bombs funny? He says, you haven't set them off yet. The joke was good too. Oh.
Now he's sulking and getting mad and covering his ears and screaming.
He's doing all this crap. And Superman's just still there. He says,
and giggling.
Yeah, he's just giggling. It's almost like, and I can't remember. We have to go back and do the credits. But Jock does the interior art. I can't remember the writer on this, but Superman is just literally playing with the Joker. He's doing something Batman has never done, and the Joker doesn't know how to take it. He's just, I'm used to all his villains and all this other crap. So I've come to Metropolis. So here it goes. He says, your story Superman tells him his story doesn't sound, his origin and all this, it sounds made up. He says, I don't know. It's starting to feel like a waste of time to listen to you. And the Joker finally gets mad at him. Waste of time. He says, what do you mean waste of time to you? People are calling me a waste of time. And Superman tells him, no offense. And the Joker just keeps getting madder. You're the one that's, boring. And Superman actually asks him, how do you figure? He says, you really don't have a thing like most of us do. You don't seem to even have a particular disposition beyond truth, justice, and the American way. That's the whole point. That's why the Joker says in this book, in that one panel, why so many people don't like Superman anymore is, he doesn't have a thing. That is his whole thing is truth, truth, justice, and the American way. It's like Captain America. That's his thing. Outside of that, that's it. But so now the Joker's actually gotten mad because Superman's been making fun of him. And Superman doesn't even, say anything else. He just says, you seem mad.
And then Joker goes off even more. It's like,
yeah. Have you ever told anybody that's mad? Well, you seem mad. What happens? It gets worse.
Yeah.
So
start screaming at me. You're like, don't mince words. What do you really feel?
Yeah, exactly.
And then
so he's screaming, you're bland. You don't see Batman running around with a big S on his chest. He's screaming and hollering, and he's finally going to set off the bombs, or he's pretending to set off the bomb. And, he's still got the controller, he's talking about it. Metropolis is a boom town, and he's going to, do this. But as soon as he goes to do it, the Joker looks away for a freaking second. All right, people. He looks away for a second to do that. And when he looks back, Superman has all the bombs. He's actually telling him, I wouldn't do that. Why? I've got all the bombs. Superman went and got them that fast.
And he explains how, he's like, goes, well, I heard a frequency from your detonator going to the bomb inside this building, and
Yep.
I just set it up like a homing beacon and just zip lined through the city, grabbed the bombs, and came back.
Yep. He said he went and he literally heard the signal from the detonator to the bombs. He goes and gets all of the bombs that the Joker has planted all over the building. He says, but how could you? He says, you're. He says, how could you do that? I could do lots of stuff. I'm Superman. Yeah. Oh, my kids, my family's fixing to return. They had to go to the doctor. Did you break it?
No, he said 3rd-degree sprain.
A 3rd-degree sprain.
It's below the one I did a couple years ago.
So you got a doctor's note? Oh, Lord. So when you
Back to
fall
the
off
bombs.
yeah, back to the bombs when you fall off the front porch. So yeah, he's like, I could do a lot of stuff. And the Joker's like, I could still detonate them anyway. And Superman just tells him, dumb? That would be dumb. And the Joker just gets mad. He's just screaming. He's like, oh. And Superman just tells him, he's like, the building's already evacuated. The explosion wouldn't hurt me. All you'd really be doing is killing yourself. I'm pretty sure I could stop all the rubble before it got to the street. You know, but go ahead. If you really want to do it, I don't care. He calls his bluff. This is just so amazing. Superman finally calls the Joker's bluff. Something Batman's never done. He says, go ahead and do it. You're not going to hurt me. None of the rubble will hurt any of the people below. Just do it. If you want to kill yourself, go ahead. And the Joker just gets so mad. He's like, you're bluffing. And Superman throws the freaking bombs on him. He's like, here, there you go. Here's your damn bombs back. And the Joker's like, what the hell? Do you know who you're talking to? He says, and he tells him, he says, you're talking generally. You're an ugly archetype. And Superman tells him, this is another thing people can't deal with about Superman comics. I think that's a strength. And they have their little discussion. And like I said, Joker's just still so pissed off. That's it. And so he's going to do. He just keeps going on, and Superman finally just puts an end to it. He like freaking frags him with his heat vision, melts the damn controller, and burns a hole in his side, which puts the Joker down. He says, I didn't know you could do eye lasers. I could do a lot of stuff. I'm Superman. And then he just like, dude, this is like just terrifying Superman.
And then he's got the evil red eye thing going on, like in Superman 3 when he got drunk.
Yeah, if you come back to Metropolis, it'll be the end of your act. He says, you don't mean it. No, I mean it, buddy. Oh, God. This was such a good episode. He says Batman doesn't kill people because he has a code. And Superman's actually bluffing him here. He says, I don't have a code. I just don't generally kill people. Generally, like you said, I'm vague. And this is from the kind of that same whole the ha 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 thing, or the what's that, the back cover that everybody's after for Jock.
Yeah, 880.
Yeah, he's just, all of it's filling out in his head. He says, I'll figure a way to come back and then I'll do it. And Superman just laughs at him again. He says, you're so stupid. Oh, he says, but I do love in this issue how half of it, Superman is in
shadow.
It's all in shadow. They just keep it. He says, and Superman tells him, he says, you're nothing. You're a goofy idea. Only a child would think it's cool. He goes,
hey.
All right, hey, don't take it personally now. It's just a comic book. Says you're just another nobody in a silly costume. killing innocent people to hog an imaginary spotlight. There's no audience watching the Joker, and you're clearly already bored. Any writer could write you, any actor could play you, and wake up, could make their own version of people who will applaud, but no one will actually ever applaud you. It's almost like the writer. Well, it's not. That's what the writer's doing. The writer and Jock, they are telling people kind of the two differences between Superman and the Joker. Because, like I said, in the 50s, when everything was truth, justice, the American way, Superman was at one time the most best-selling comic book. And in the 70s, O'Neill and them, Batman took it. And Superman's just never recovered. But the Joker has just grown immensely in popularity. Oh, Lord, is that your train?
Yep. It's going to blow its whistle for about 5 minutes.
Oh, Lord.
The whole approach.
The whole approach. So after Superman just really gives the Joker some bad news that he doesn't want to hear, he just picks him up like a damn rag doll. And, melts the bombs. And, he's like, get the hell out of my city. You ask what being Superman is, it doesn't matter, but it does matter that I'm better than you. Now get the hell out of my city. And literally, Superman takes, or makes the Joker go to town, and, the Joker goes and turns himself over to the police, and he's like, Metropolis is so boring. And they just arrest his ass. But then we get like 2 pages or 3 pages, however much it is, of absolute wonder. Because Superman is pissed off. So he goes to the Batcave and flies down through the roof. He doesn't even go in through the waterfall, dude. He just like punches a damn hole in the ground. And you see him flying. Batman's like, he's been watching all of this go on, looks at Superman floating over the damn Batmobile. And he's like, you know why I'm here? He says, you put a hole in my roof. He says, that's no way, he got to Metropolis without you knowing it. And Batman tells him, I wanted to see what you would do. He says, she wanted, really? It was a test?
This is a test. This is only a test.
Yeah, it's only a test. And Superman gets so pissed off, he like wrecks a freaking Batmobile. He like throws a giant rock on the damn Batmobile and crushes it. He says it's never a test. You put people's lives in jeopardy.
Bruh, not cool.
Yeah, he tears the damn Batmobile up. He's smart. He's dangerous. He's just getting started. And here we get the last little shot. Batman and Superman kind of glow at each other. He's like, "Don't let the Joker come anywhere near Metropolis again, or your little playmate won't make it home." Now we don't know if Superman's really that pissed off, or if he's bluffing, but it doesn't matter. And so after that, he goes and does his Superman 1978 relax, fly through space and look at the Earth. And he even gets a sniggle. We all shop at the same Hot Topic. Dude, this issue is amazing for a modern comic. This is from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit before that, but it's just, like I said, around the time The Dark Knight came out. It's so good, and
it's a quick read too. Like,
yeah,
I was done like in 5-10 minutes. I go, that's it? Man, that sucks. I'm gonna read it again. So I did.
Yeah.
And
I've read it multiple times.
I'm like, okay, this is like an uber good book.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's so amazing. It's a quick read, and even though it's a quick read, it really stays with you, and it says a lot. Okay, we got to go back so we can figure out who the writer was because I can't remember.
You forget to read it all.
Max Landis. Huh?
Yeah, Max Landis.
Max. And of course, Jock was the artist, and Lee Luthridge was the colorist.
Good job.
Yeah, I mean, because and you could tell it's all, a lot of it's hand painted. It's just amazing. But when I first read this, and some of the other Adventures of Superman books are like this good, but they're all different. It was they're not in continuity stories. They're not what ifs, but they're not in continuity, so they could have happened at any time. But this just, I mean, the fact that Superman in this book calls all of the Joker's bluffs and just doesn't play along. I mean, that's the whole thing. Joker always talks about how Batman completes him, and I can't live without Batman, and Batman claims he can't live without the Joker and all that crap. But Superman just doesn't. He doesn't fall into that. But
he's like, I'll set off the bombs. Fuck it, go ahead.
Yeah, until you do it.
It's like, what? What do you mean, go ahead?
It's not going to hurt me. I'll stop all the rubble. Blah, 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 blah. And it's just a freaking amazing book.
It's like, I'll clean up all the rubble and dump it in the East River and, help them repair all the buildings and everything. But,
and there's not a whole lot of action in this book, but the fact that they have this whole conversation is just so amazing.
Oh yeah.
And our wonderful, like I said, comics do it better than anybody else. The fact, like I said, he just he looks away to set off the bomb. The fact that he's got the damn bombs as soon as he looks back.
Yeah, it's just
Metropolis is no
it's
fun.
so good. This book is this is definitely a 5 out of 5 for me because this.
Oh yeah.
I'm like I was reading and I go, Joker story without Batman, and then I get to the end. I was like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah. The thing that's funny is you said you'd never read it, and I bought it. Like I said before the pre-show, we were talking about it. I bought it digitally when it first came out because it was the digital first, and then you had to buy the print edition later. The print edition is actually, last time I checked, it was worth a little bit of money. One time they were going for around $40 or $50. Mm-hmm. It's not as famous as the Detective 880, but it's still, I mean, that's an awesome cover.
Oh yeah,
and it tells you everything you need to know about the
book. Good. And I mean, I double checked because I just bought one of the Supermans, the Superman Joker cover one. I think I showed it to you a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
When Joker's actually in Superman's costume on the cover and laughing.
And laughing. I can't remember that one. The other one we need to do one day is from the God, I know you've probably read it. It's from about 10 years ago when Paul Dini was writing Detective Comics. And it's a Christmas episode or a Christmas issue where the Joker kidnaps Robin. And then he goes around. That's the one where he goes to get ice cream at the drive-through, and the lady doesn't understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
The ice cream part seems familiar, so it sounds like something I've read in the past.
Oh yeah, it's an absolutely incredible book. You can't be.
I can't be yawning now. I got another show at 9:00. What the hell?
Yeah.
I'm gonna broadcast into the future at 9:00 because I've got a creator on from Australia, so it's gonna be 9:00 our time, and it's gonna be 11 a.m. tomorrow for him.
Really?
It just freaks me the hell out.
That's what happens in the amazing world of modern technology. I'm gonna get you to do. All right.
I didn't get any sleep last night, so.
Oh Lord. All right. Chrome tab.
Lost the book. With the duck shirt.
Dude, I love Howard the Duck. Don't be dishing on Howard the Duck.
No.
I'm fixing to bring it up and I'll show you the one I'm talking about.
Ryan, Alex Birkin, and Bart Wilberg all gave us a nice big thumbs up today. Is this what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've got this. I remember they did these black and white covers for like 3 or 4 months. These things were amazing.
Dude,
I tried to buy multiple copies of this.
Yeah.
He's like, you go, no, one per person for this. This book is super hot. And that was like the day it came out. And I'm like, the hell, it just came out. He goes, yeah, it's a Joker cover. I go, why do you think I want more than one?
And not only is it a Joker cover, it's a freaking amazing Joker cover. And the story is so good. I mean, there's a lot of good Joker stuff out there, but I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Let's talk about comic books now, because comic books have been around for 100 years. There's a lot of good comic books out there, but there's a lot of mediocre comics. You know, like This Adventures of Superman, This Detective. These are great comics. I mean, it just one story that is absolutely.
And there's
the kind of crap
some really shitty comics out there.
Yeah, I was being nice, okay, but
like ones that they're pushing on us now. But that being said, so what is this? I can't read the number. 626.
826.
826. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 826. The Paul Dini run on Detective Comics is incredible.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, but this issue is. This needs to be on our to-do list in the future. But hopefully, like I said, if everything holds out next week, I will be working back in town, and I will no longer be out of town. So, what do you want to try and do next week?
We are not doing My Little Pony.
My Little Pony again.
And let me.
He wants to do it and get done.
Might as well do it and get it done.
Done.
Let me tell you something. Falling off your own porch. Man, if that ain't the most country thing I heard.
Yes, she fell off her own porch.
I forgot where it ended.
I did pick this up while I was out of town, like I was telling you. And I did read the original story of Green Lantern, the origin of him. But go ahead. We need to answer the age-old question. How special is Hal Jordan if the fact that Superman existed at the same time and Batman existed at the same time, and when Abin Sur died, the Ring picked out Hal Jordan as opposed to Batman or Superman?
He was closer.
You think he was closer? That's what it was?
He was closer.
He was closer.
Batman was a little too dark, but then again, the Ring at the same time chose 3. It doesn't say it here, but the refab of it is the Abin Sur's Ring chose 3. Hal Jordan. Well, Guy Gardner was actually chosen first, but then that accident happened that put him into a coma. A coma. I should dress up as Guy Gardner. Anyhow, I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to get like the leather biker, the big leather biker vest,
Yeah.
and get somebody to send it out to my buddy and have him airbrush it up for me. But anyhow, so it picked Guy, but at the same time he went into the coma, went to Hal, and as a backup was John Stewart.
John Stewart. So I haven't read that. That must be from the Jeff Johns kind of revamp.
Yeah.
Is it? But
I think it was. I think they told that before anything. Back when writers could just make shit up and it would either be canon or it wouldn't. It would be like,
yeah,
and they could just change the story whenever, and it was like, oh!
Well, and that's part of the thing with, like I said, comic books are 100 years old, and there's a lot of stuff like that was canon, wasn't canon, and that's part of like the amazing stuff that me and you privately have talked about it before. Talking about canon stories, this adventure book that we just read isn't canon, but damn, it should be, man. But the remember in '86 when John Byrne was given reins, when he left Marvel and he went to DC, kind of like Kirby before him, and DC was like, whatever, what do you want to do? We don't give a crap. And John Byrne's like, well, I'm going to redo Superman. And then he relaunched him with that absolutely amazing Man of Steel Superman, story, and tried to clean up the canon. Yeah, dude, it's amazing. But he tried to clean up all the stuff that was left over. He got rid of the microwave vision, and he got rid of the super thinking power and super hypnotic ability and all the other B crap that had just collected on Superman over the years in the Silver Age.
Being able to pick up a planet and just move it himself.
Yeah. He got rid of all that crap. Kind of brought his power level down, put him to the Superman we kind of know now. But, that's, he really boiled the character down. I still love that run too. But, all right, man. So come up with something, and then as everything holds, then we'll be back. Try and get back next Thursday at our regular bat time and regular bat channel.
Cool. Sounds like a plan, Stan.